gripping the mic on Sunday nights, presenting you with 2020 visions. So join us this day and every Sunday night with Ameerah the Songstress on Blog Talk Radio, a for sure way to start your week off right. 2020 visions on Drip the Mic.
It's Ameerah the Songstress. No regret. You're tapped into 2020 Vision on Drip the Mic Network. All is well. Stay focused. Hey, you guys. Yes. We made it back in here another Sunday. I'm so excited. See the smile on my face? This is going to be on my face all day because, you know, we have some wonderful guests joining us today. I am not alone. In the studio with me, I said in the studio with me, we have none other than Buddy Lewis. Say hello to people.
Delightful.
Thank you for being here.
Hey, I'm glad to be here. Y'all had snacks.
Yes, you know, made to order, you know.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
And on Zoom joining us, we have Doug Williams.
Whoa. How's it going? You know, first, let me say that I wanted to be there, but with this whole COVID situation and when you're married, it's almost like you're cheating on your wife every time you go out because she wants to know where you've been, who you've been around, what happened. Tell me who you saw. So to avoid that type of stuff, I had to stay here and do it from here. But I'm there in spirit.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here through hook or crook. You made it, and that's all that matters. Give him a hand clap, Tony. Yes. But first, you guys know how I like to do it before we get started here. I want to give a few shout outs. First of all, I do want to shout out Natalie DeSalle Reed. She was a great comedian and actor, and she passed away. I want to read a little bit from TMZ. A prolific actor known for the roles in Eve, Medea, and Babs has died after a battle with cancer. She kept it private, but the veteran comedic actor passed away Monday morning. A family member tells TMZ she died of colon cancer after having been diagnosed earlier this year. We're told she was in hospice care in her final days and surrounded by her family when she went. You guys can find the rest of that on TMZ on Google. Read the rest of that ad there. But just want to shout her out and just send love and light to her family. She will be missed in the physical presence, knowing that we have gained another angel in the universe. We love your energy, and we will continue to celebrate you. Love and light to you, Natalie. Thank you for your contribution to our art. As well as Thomas Lister Jr., also known as Tiny. Everyone knows him from his famous role in Friday. Yeah, he was, I think, America's favorite bully.
Yeah, I agree.
And this one was on, I got this one from CNN, this ad. So it's actor and wrestler Thomas Lister Jr., also known as Tiny, was found dead in his home Thursday after experiencing COVID-19 symptoms, his manager told CNN. The 62-year-old actor started feeling sick a week ago, but his symptoms got really bad really quick. Manager Cindy Cohen said he couldn't breathe and felt very weak, she said. It literally went so fast, Cohen added. Again, you can read the rest of that. You can find that online under CNN. You can read the rest of that article. Just want to shout out his family as well, send love and light to him, and also thank him for the contribution to art, to us. We laughed with you. We had a good time with you. You scared us, but it was so thrilling. We were able to laugh and be afraid at the same time. So I want to send love and light to you. I don't want to pass this without inviting you guys to say anything if you wanted to say anything.
Oh yeah, I met Tiny back in the day. He used to come to the Comedy Act Theater, and he and Robin Harris used to get into it.
Like for real, for real.
Oh man, they used to they would go back and forth, and it was the funniest thing because it was like a gag that Robin wouldn't talk about his little bad flow now, and and then he would get mad, right? He's like, don't talk about my eye. And Robin's like, forget your eye. You can't see me nowhere. I'm standing here. And he would him and Robin used to go at it, but it was all in fun.
Yeah.
Because he poke fun and with Tiny, and Tiny would come on stage and was like, I'm sick of you, Robin Harris. And he's like, what, you can't see me no way. Oh man, they used to get at it, and it was the greatest, man. But and Tiny was although he played bullies and tough guys, and man, he was one of the nicest, most humble dude when you were around him, and we even went to church together. He knew the Lord, so he was a good dude, and he will be missed. He and Natalie will be missed. I never got to work with Natalie too much, but Tiny and I had our run-ins in and out of the Hollywood
circuit,
scene. And he was a real good dude. Yeah. Real good
quick
dude.
Story about Tiny. 2 quick stories about Tiny.
Okay.
First of all, Buddy will remember this more than I, because as he said, he talked about Robin Harris. Well, I came through the Comedy Act. I consider myself the last graduating class of the Comedy Act before it shut down. But Tiny used to come in and sit there, and if the comedian wasn't funny, he would give the comedian a certain amount of time to be funny. Mm-hmm. And if they weren't funny, he would rush the stage, take the microphone from some of the guys. He almost like ran over like a freight train. Take the microphone from him, put it back on the stand, and wait for the next comic. And the guy so good, but he could attest to this, that the crowds would be hoping the guy wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, so Tiny
could usher him off.
That was like the modern day. What was that?
Sandman, but
Sandman.
He was Debo Man.
That's my first story.
Okay.
Second story is last year my wife and I did a television festival.
Okay.
And Tiny was at the festival. And I remember I left my wife alone for a certain amount of time. And Tiny came and they were talking and kept her company. When I came back, he did the whole bully thing. Like, how you going to leave your wife here like that? You going to leave her out here? And I didn't know he was, I thought he was serious. I'm like, man, I just went over, I had to go, she knew I was. Well, you take your wife with you if you do that. You don't leave your wife. And then he just broke out and said, man, I'm just playing. Don't be leaving your wife. And I was like, yeah, okay, man. But the irony to that story is that we just did that television festival again last week, and Tiny was supposed to be on the panel.
Okay.
And we were all doing it Zoom. Now, he was dealing with COVID, and he didn't know how bad the COVID was. So last Friday, he was still going to come on the computer and do the Zoom, but he had to go. He wasn't computer savvy. He had to go to his manager's home to work on computer. So when they found out he had COVID, they were like, nah, just stay there, this and that. And, they announced that he was supposed to be there. And then all of a sudden we heard we had passed. So just a funny way things worked out. That same festival that he did that with my wife, he was supposed to do a Zoom, had COVID, couldn't go over to his managers and do it, and then they found him dead in his sleep.
Oh my God. So,
but
we feel his energy. We feel their energy permeating through the universe.
Absolutely.
We haven't lost, but we've gained more love and light into the universe, I'd like to think.
For sure.
So let's move on. I want to show a couple of TikTok videos. Y'all know how I do it. We're going to show a couple of TikTok videos. Let's get to, we want to shout Anthony out for this one. Yeah, run that for me, Tony.
Hey, you want some head?
I gotta go to work. I can't fuck up no more.
You sure?
It's a little something to brighten our day. You know, you just trying to go to work. That's all you trying to do.
Wow.
Now this is a first. We got
What?
2 comedians, and
Wow.
you guys both are speechless.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh?
because he's the police.
And what, you expect him to not?
Yeah, I mean, you know, first of all, if you just offering up random head, I mean, what I'm mad at is why this situation never happens to me.
Really?
You know, I mean, he could probably get it just, you know, hey, you can get out this ticket with some random head. You know, you can, you know, hey, you can get out of this jaywalking ticket. You can get this speeding ticket pass, or, you know, if you have some random head available. But just to shout him out,
Yeah.
wow, man. Sometimes, yeah.
And it might be a good woman. He might have a good woman. Like
Well, listen, if you turning down random head, you better have a good woman. Arbitrary and random head on the street. I'm just saying. Doug, does that happen to you?
You know what? I second that. You know, that video reads deeper than what you're seeing on the surface. I think that's the answer to police brutality.
Come on.
All
Talk about it.
police officers need more head, because, you know, when that happens, you don't want to go choke somebody, put your foot on their neck. You just want to relax. So, ladies, it's on you. You're married to a police officer, boyfriend's a police officer. You know what you got to do.
Hey, don't leave them outside pieces. This is part of your job too. Inmates, prisoners. This is you can help us out. Listen, hey, Doug. You know what? I played a cop one time on this TV show. It was called. I was with Rob Schneider. It was Ravishing Rob or something, right? And I had to play a cop. They had the full regalia, you know, the belt, the gun, the stick, the bullet. I mean, it was the heavy ass belt. And I realize now why cops are pissed off when they got to get out their car.
Why?
Because that belt, man, that stick is all in your ass, and you know the gun is poking you in the thigh, and you like if you have to get out,
right?
And we were doing takes, like, you know, all right, take one, and I had to get out, you know, and you have to struggle to get all out the car. I was like, you know what, I would shoot somebody's ass too if I had to get out this car over and over, and then have to chase somebody.
Yeah.
Oh nah, I'm going in and shoot you.
You know, I got, you know, run, shoot him. I don't know.
Hey man, that's why I was like, when I saw that, you know, that cop show, I was like, I don't know. Now I have a new appreciation for cops. You know, when they were, you know, what you gonna do? And they running and jumping over stuff, and I was like, this is obviously not real, because I wouldn't have been chasing nobody. I'd been like, freeze, bow. Whew, yeah, Chief, it was tired. I was so tired. I mean, he was running, and I didn't know if I was going. I shot him.
You're really shining a light on it, man. Like, now we can understand what's going on.
Hey, listen, if you really had to get out that car, I mean, and it was like 6 or 7 takes of this. I was like, man, and I had to keep getting back in the car, you know, and the seat, you know, with this stick and the bullet thing and the gun, everything was jabbing me all in my ass and everything. I was like, you know what? If I have to get out this, I was even on the set. I was like, y'all better get these lines, because I'm not getting my. Can we start outside the car? I was like, this is, I understand why cops are pissed off and angry and got a belligerent, got bad attitudes. You have a nightstick jabbing you in your ass while you in traffic on the 405. You get out and shoot somebody too.
I told y'all this is gonna be all night. This is what we gonna do.
Can you imagine in the snow getting out? Oh man, to get out in the heat in California, I couldn't be a police officer in Palm Springs or Vegas or something. I wouldn't even get out the car. I just, bah!
So damn shit. Now see,
bah!
Don't get these police no more ideas.
I listen. I ain't trying to give them no ideas. They chose the job.
If
I'm
you're
telling
a
you,
cop watching this right now, don't
listen. Don't listen to me.
Don't listen to him
because I'm a comic. I'm not no damn police officer. You chose that. You knew that stick was gonna be jabbing in your ass doing police training.
Right.
You should have known then. It's like, hey, you can't be a fireman and go, "Ooh, I don't like heat."
Right.
This is nuts.
Right.
Come on, man.
I concur.
You hate kids? What you doing teaching? This certain things you gotta do. You don't want a nice stick in your ass. Don't be a police officer. Just saying.
That's a T-shirt, you guys. It's a brand now. You don't want a nice stick in your ass. Don't be a cop.
Don't be a police officer.
All right, we have one more TikTok video. Speaking of children, you ever had that night where you had a really great birthday party and you're trying to drive home and it's late at night? It might look something like this. Show that for me, Tony.
Man, my party was everything. Everybody came out and showed me some love. I'm tired as a mug. I'm just trying to make it home so I can get into bed. My house feel like it's 50 miles away. Lord, please just wake me up. Please wake me up. I need you, Lord. Okay, I'm up. No, Lord, that ain't it. That ain't it, Lord. I promise you I ain't gonna turn up like that no more. I just want to make it home, get in my bed, Lord. Please let me get home. Please, Lord. Where is my bed at?
That little baby. It was a good illustration, but why they do that baby like that?
What in the Hennessy and Similac was that?
Tennessee.
That baby was. I mean, what CBD titty was he sucking on? He got some infused baby. Yeah, he got some infused titty milk.
CBD.
He got a CBD titty, and he was. I mean, that's
and that's a thing too.
Look, Doug. That baby was straight drunk, wasn't he? Driving. He driving. Hey, he had the baby wobblehead. Did you see it? Yeah. I'm good.
Does it remind you of somebody you know, Doug? Have you ever seen that?
Realize the problem.
Okay.
See, now you got to change that, because next thing you know, you're gonna grow up. The police gonna pull him over, and then you got to answer that. See, this is a police accident waiting to happen. You know what I'm saying? So we got to stop it there. We got to correct this problem when they're that age, so we don't have to have all these marches and riots.
Right.
17 years later. So
should we stop giving them Similac? What you think?
Hey, yeah, Similac with yak in it. See, this is what's wrong with black parties anyway. See, this is the baby party. See, this way, have you ever been to a baby party and they got alcohol? You're like, what the heck? Why is everybody drunk playing spades at the baby's 2-year-old baby party? Obviously, the aunties and somebody uncle, Uncle Peter came by with that big ass bottle of with the handle on it, of vodka or something. The Crown Royal in that big. He brought Crown Royal in a trash bag. It's a purple trash bag. Everybody high, including the baby. This is why you can't be smoking weed around your kids, people. This is a prime example.
That baby right there.
That baby right there is a prime example why you can't smoke weed and edibles. That baby got into some edibles. He thought he was eating some
gummy bears.
Next thing you know, he had now he can't drive his own little toy car. This baby is buck wild.
Baby's going buck wild.
Baby's going buck wild. What in the
Oh my God.
What in the Gerber baby food mixed with with CBD oil is this? What kind of?
Oh my God.
Mm-mm.
You guys. All right.
First, you need to find them parents. Who the hell
Well, I was gonna
put
shout
this
out
baby in the car when they know he drunk? He punch drunk.
Yo Latrice. What's her full name? Yeah, her handle is Yo Latrice. Shout out to you. Yo.
I'm calling the authorities. I'm calling the authorities on your ass. Got this baby driving while he drunk. Baby go get a DUI in the house.
They was moving stuff out the way for him.
That's awful.
Well, I'm going to get into this commentary so we can get this show on the road and get into this interview. We want to know about these two young men here. They have been up to a lot, actually. They've man, they don't stop. The pandemic hasn't stopped them. I call it the healing, the uprising hasn't stopped them. They have taken the bull by the horn, and they've been charging forward, and we are proud of them. We want to celebrate them today on 2020 Vision. I named this one, That's Hilarious. Homage to the stars. The definition of a star: a fixed luminous point in the night, a large incandescent body like the sun, or a famous, incredibly talented performer. Either way, it's all relative. As I continue to use this platform to celebrate the arts, I'm starting to realize that the stars are aligned. My guests today, Buddy Lewis and Doug Williams, they are here to talk to us today about their new show, Leon's Lounge. And I'm going to tell you guys and show you guys all the things that they've been up to. We can't let them leave here without celebrating them. I want you guys to give a 2020 Vision warm welcome to Buddy Lewis and Doug Williams. Yay! Yay!
That's my happy COVID clap right there. That's my little baby COVID clap. You can.
Baby COVID clap?
Yeah, that's the baby COVID clap. It's not loud. It's just, it's precise.
Perfect. Well, we have people watching us on Facebook.
Do they have my Cash App? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, because Facebook will let you charge now. I almost charged for this episode. I almost said that this is kind of too good to be free for people.
Listen, now you can throw Buddy Lewis a tip. I'll give you my Cash App.
They're watching on Facebook. They're watching on Twitter. They're watching on Instagram behind the scenes. They like being behind the scenes on Instagram.
Cash App works on all those platforms.
And the people want to get to know you. And for those who don't, everyone knows them. But for those who don't, we want to introduce you. And we want to start with where you're from, exactly.
My mama house, as we used to say. No, I'm actually from Gary, Indiana.
Yes.
I grew up in Gary, Indiana. I was born in St. Louis, to show me state.
Okay.
But grew up in Gary, Indiana, and went to West Side High School.
Okay.
That's where I graduated from. Started out at Roosevelt. See, I have this pattern. I start out places and finish other places.
That's good though. That's good.
Left there, went to Howard University on a swimming scholarship, and now I've been out here since 1989.
That was my next question.
Okay,
Me too.
I'm sorry.
1989.
1989.
That's when you came out to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pursue my dream.
What about you, Doug? Where are you originally from?
Originally from Montgomery, Alabama. Born and raised in Montgomery, Alabama, the cradle of the civil rights movement. Came out here in I think 95.
95.
Yeah, moved out here in 95. So from the South, Southern bred, and just with culture shock coming out here from cow pastures and
cotton fields.
Cotton fields, down here, man, and trying to
hey, now you see where all that good cotton went. It's down there on Rodeo Drive.
Come on.
They charge $5,000 for a T-shirt.
For that cotton.
Hilarious, yeah.
So the culture shock, was it because of like LA being more of a melting pot, or was there were you still dealing with a little bit of segregation in the South?
No, the funny thing about it is that I actually liked it out here a lot better because, in the South, is at least at the time when I left, it was black and white.
Mm-hmm.
So, you could focus on black. I mean, white people could focus on hating black people. Here, it's too many people to just focus on black people. You spend too much time on us, the Mexicans get ahead. So
You gotta spread that hate around.
You gotta spread the hate around here. You can't. Hey, we can't hate too much
just
on them.
too
They'll
much.
get ahead.
Can't
That's hilarious.
when I as I was digging through both of you guys' history, I found that you guys have done a lot together.
Mm-hmm.
The Martin Lawrence, Showtime,
First Amendment.
That
That was Doug's show.
Okay.
People don't give him credit.
we gonna
The
give you
credit he
credit
deserves.
today. We giving you credit here today.
Yeah, he
No-
was
no
the
worries.
host for two. How many seasons y'all do? Like 3?
We did. No, we did 6.
Six. Yeah, I know. I mean, he hosted a few seasons, and Doug was phenomenal
Mhm.
on that show, man.
Mhm.
And you had some very, very talented people. I got to do the show, I think the 3rd or 4th year, and I was honored
Mhm.
and privileged
Mhm.
to have been on the same show with the immortal Dick
Mhm.
Gregory. That was one of
Mhm.
like the
Mhm.
last.
Yeah.
That's one of like the last shows,
Yeah.
performance shows he had done.
Yes.
And I happened to be there. So, it's funny. My career has been really interesting that I've had a chance to work with some icons,
Yes,
and
yes.
in the comedy game.
Yes.
And Dick Gregory was one of them. And
Mm.
he was so just kind of awe-inspiring
Mhm.
to sit backstage with him and just talk and let him just fill you up with knowledge.
Yes,
And with not only Black history knowledge and political his political savvy, but just comedy.
Yes.
He would talk comedy with you.
Yeah.
And so it was amazing. It was amazing. It was one of those great experiences that I always remember.
Yes, it was.
What were you saying, Doug? I know you were trying to say something.
Yeah, I was agreeing with him, especially, it's just to work with Dick Gregory. When you look at his past, his pedigree, what he did for the civil rights, he's another person
Mhm.
that, whom I feel never got the full credit for his contribution
Mhm.
to civil rights. I mean, it essentially cost him his career to a
Right.
degree, meaning that, as talented as he was, he never really shot to superstardom.
Mhm.
He never had his own show. He sacrificed all of that to
To fight for us.
be on the front lines for us.
Mhm. Mhm.
And no disrespect to and no disrespect to Martin Lawrence,
Yeah.
who was the EP.
Mhm.
I I tell you, my career is so funny.
It's
I met Martin back when I was as I got out of Howard University. I started doing stand up in DC.
Okay.
And Martin and I used to work at this club on K Street. It was the comedy club on K Street. And Martin probably won't remember this, but I actually I saved Martin from a trip to the pokey one night. Yeah, Martin. He might not remember this or want to tell it, but one night this guy got drunk, right? And he was, in the club. He's a comic, and and he was, razzing Martin a little bit. When are you going on stage, Martin? He's like, Martin was like, yo, man, my name's Martin, man. Don't call me Marty Mott. The dude was like, okay, Marty Mott. He's still messing with Martin. Right?
Antagonizing.
Yeah, he kind of antagonizing Martin, right? And Martin was like, yo, man, I had enough, man. Leave me alone. It was, well, what are you gonna do, Martin? And Martin, yeah, if you don't know, Martin's a former Golden Gloves boxer.
Oh,
He got them hands.
I didn't know that.
Martin had enough of this dude.
Yeah.
And I tell you, he gave him a
Did it make that sound?
and
It
and
made
it
that sound funny.
and I'm gonna tell you the funniest thing was, I don't know if you've ever had a fight with like a real drunk white guy.
Uh-huh.
They all start asking questions when they're getting their ass kicked. What are you doing? Why is this happening? Hey, what? Why, man? Why? And he never dropped his drink.
Oh,
Hey, man, what are you doing? Martin put them hands to him and knocked him out. Like he was like talking and getting knocked out at the same time. Was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. Because you see drunk people, they fall and then, what are you doing? And Martin, and he's like, oh, wait a minute, you can't do this to me. And I'm like, Martin, man, come on, man, you got to go.
Yeah, right.
You got to go, because the fat doctor was about to call Martin up on stage. I was like, yo, man, you better get out of here, man. Because I'm like, I'm from Howard, bro, and I'm telling you,
Right.
police come, they're gonna take you, Martin. Just go, man.
Right.
I'll tell him that you know he started it. And,
Right.
he drunk. I just let him know, man. If he says he flies out, I got you.
Yeah.
So Martin boned out,
Right,
and I was
right.
like, whew. And then as Martin left, the white dude was like, hey man, what did he do? And I was like, because you did it to him.
Right.
It's your fault. You spilled your drink on him, and I was lying. I was
Yeah.
he did it. You know? And he was walking around talking about, Martin punched me. And man, and it's funny because you remember the Tommy Hearns episode when Martin's head got big?
Yeah.
This dude's head, it kind of swole up.
So let's just say Martin had a little inspiration.
Martin had inspiration. Man, I'm telling you, Martin punched that dude all in his head. It was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. Yeah, hey man, why? He never spilled his drink.
Never.
Didn't spill his drink.
Now, see, that's somebody that's really dedicated to drinking. That's true. So, Doug, how did you and Buddy Lewis meet?
Just out on the battlefield.
Battlefield.
Comedy.
I know.
When I say battlefield, I mean out here trying to make it in Hollywood.
Okay.
Trying to make something happen in Hollywood. But,
I can understand that.
Excuse me. Yeah, Buddy has always been somebody I've always admired. His perseverance, just a genius when you think about his creativity and just always been impressed by him. So, we're literally in the same two fraternities. We're both Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, and in the fraternity of stand-up comedy. So
yeah. Comedy Bros.
And Doug, we worked with Ricky Smiley at that time. And Doug, you did a special on BT. What did you do? What do you call it? Was it Blackberry Inn? Did you do the Blackberry Inn?
No, my wife was on the.
Yeah, the Blackberry Inn. Yeah,
Okay.
that was a horrible bad version of like soap. That they tried to do on they tried to do a soap opera on it was the most and I'm trying to be nice.
I see the struggle.
It was the cheapest, the sets were bad, the costume is the everything was except the people were kind of funny. And everything, but the plot lines were twisted. You're like, hey man, that's y'all went past that last week. You're going back to that. Y'all don't have no continuity on it.
Wow.
But yeah, Doug and I have worked together quite a bit.
Yeah.
And Comedy Act Theater, the Mavericks Flat. There've been a lot of comedy clubs in the city that we frequent, that we've become friends.
Right.
We were friends before we were fraternity brothers and all that kind of stuff, and then we have a lot of mutual friends. And his wife is an AKA, so I ain't got nothing but love for the Qs and AKAs.
I see y'all throwing it up.
Yeah,
we gonna get to that.
Right.
We gonna get to that. You guys look like you have a
set
lot
out
of
a hop, Doug. Go on, set out a hop for him over there. COVID hop.
Set a COVID hop.
Hilarious.
So you guys, was it earlier on when you first got here that you guys started to connect, or when did the when did the Brotherhood happen? When did you guys decide, well, I can work together, we can work, we can exist, we can coexist together?
Well, what happens in the game, in this game is that, the comedy club essentially becomes our office.
Okay.
So, we all gather at the same place. We all sit and wait our turn. We all there, punching up jokes. Hey, man, you should add this tag. You should do this and do that. So that's how most comedians meet and become friends. I mean, we came here for the same purpose. Buddy came from, I think you said Indiana, right, Buddy?
Right.
Yeah.
He came from Indiana. I came from Alabama. Somebody came from DC. Somebody came from, and we all meet at these places, and you become friends and you become colleagues.
Okay.
And that's what happened. It's not, I can't remember a specific time when I met Buddy. Like I met him on this day and this and that, but I just know we met through comedy, at being at comedy clubs and doing different spots and essentially like hustling together.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, and guys don't remember stuff. That's a woman's thing.
What?
Women they'll know exactly what color buttons you had on your sweater, and
Well,
we met on the it was the first floor of the building. There was a portrait of a and you ask them, really, you can remember all that, but you can't remember to pick these clothes up off the floor. Really?
see,
Seriously?
look at you. See, now
Seriously?
you try to take the
can't-
conversation somewhere else.
Women always can
I'm
remember.
talking about the organic, ness of the relationship.
Doug and I met out. We was out.
Okay. But at some point, y'all decided y'all was going to continue working together.
Yeah, and now I in one place I do remember.
Okay.
Doug and I definitely used to hang out right as the Comedy Act Theater sort of wound down, because when Doug got out here, Robin had just passed, I think.
Oh, okay.
He had just passed. I think he passed in 94, 95.
Okay.
And Doug had come out here, and they were trying to have like a resurgence, renaissance in that place.
Okay.
And because there were several hosts that took over after Robin. There was Joe
Okay.
Torre and DL
Okay.
and Keith Morris and a whole bunch of people, Speedy.
Mhm.
They all and comedy kind of exploded
Yeah.
after Robin passed, and that was the Def Jam era. All that
Okay.
was happening.
Yeah,
Comic
yeah,
View.
yeah.
All those things were happening, and I had a room that Kim Whitley and I started in the Valley.
Okay.
We had a room we took a small Mexican restaurant and turned it around, and it became a full-fledged comedy club. It
Okay.
was the Ha Ha Cafe. That's the name now, but we were just doing Whacked Out Wednesdays in Los Amigos.
Yeah,
we were, that was the name of the restaurant. It was Dos Amigos or something, right? and he barely was just doing catering in there, and we came in there, and then we started doing comedy on Wednesday nights, and we had we started a Phenom in the Valley, because there was
nothing in the Valley.
Nothing really.
Like that.
There was some comedy clubs. There was 1 or 2 clubs, but this was like for us, by us, in the club scene in the Valley.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was, everybody came through there.
Yeah.
And so Doug used to come through, and comics would come through, and they would get to work out. And so we, that's another place that I know we connected. But like Doug said, it's comedy is one of those things where you're not always on stage. There are times when you're in the back, the room, you're waiting, your turn, and you're waiting, and you watch the people you like, or the people that inspire you, or the people that you can see talent.
Yes.
You'll go to help them, or you'll say, hey man, listen man, try this with this, or yo man, I think you should change the order of that.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, it's like, yo man, that helped. What's your name? I'm Doug. I'm from Alabama. I'm Buddy. And so now, you start growing with these people. And it's funny, he was talking about class. They're like groups or classes of comics, and so we're all Doug, Joe Torre, there's a class of people that all came through right around the same time, because we're all around the same age. So
I call you guys the Hollywood alumni.
Yeah, we're alumni.
That's what I refer. And the Bruz, the
Bruz,
the comedy Bruz.
Rue.
Yeah. See,
That's right.
we love all of this history. We
Yes.
love, we love digging into your history, where you came from, when did you come to Hollywood, why you came, what, because this, you don't just jump into the Super Bowl. This is a whole different thing. A lot of us come and we in our car for 3 months before we can find someone to roommate with, and this is not something.
I was there.
Yeah, so we love the history of where it all began.
Doug, did you live in your car at all?
No, I never had to.
I did that.
Well, he was all conceited when he said that. What'd you say?
No.
He's not.
What
happened?
Never
Never.
I lived in my car, and I lived in a.
You don't have the story, the LA story.
Oh, I got that.
Yeah, I mean, but me living in my car was a result of having an argument with my wife.
Fair enough. I mean, same difference. I mean, either way you go, you in the doghouse.
I lived in some danky ass places too, man. There used to be a X-rated theater on Western right up the street from the right across the street almost from the down the street from the AFI.
Okay.
It was called the Pussycat Theater.
Right.
And they had a motel above it that had rooms for like $300 for the week. That's
Oh, that was beautiful.
Hey. Buddy was up in there like, hey, when I tell you this was before bed bugs. You didn't even know they existed. Bed bugs is a new thing. I was in there like this. You ever seen a movie where somebody is scared? My big ass is up in that room like this, cause you hearing, shoot the fucking bitch! Who got a dog? Stop it! Get out of here, Ralph! I'm like, what the hell is? Where am I? I'm in a crowd. Like, what have I done to myself? Oh Lord, help me! Man,
You was from Little Gary, Indiana.
Man, shoot. When I tell you everything, I heard everything. and I didn't want to leave nothing in my place, so you couldn't like take nothing out. Cause the door was flimsy, seriously, dude. I mean, the maid could have kicked the door open. I hear her. Do you want the house? Why you kick my door in, lady?
You could have just knocked.
Listen,
down.
yeah, but man, that door. When I tell you, I've seen better attached doors. Pre-attached doors at Home Depot than that door was. They're supposed to protect my stuff, man, and you could only stay there a week. So you had to move out. Like you had 6 days. Yeah. You could stay like 6-7 days, then you had to move out for 2 and then come back. So, them 2 days, sometimes you were like this. I don't know where this is going to be a car night.
So with that being said, you guys coming to Hollywood and pursuing your career, I think about comedians and I think about what is the ultimate goal for a comedian, because you think about, the stage shows, the big stage, you think about Eddie Murphy Raw, you think about the big, the big stage show.
Please don't use Eddie Murphy. He is such the feat because, people, you can't compare,
so that's not the goal.
Yes, that was at the time.
Okay.
But, Kevin Hart, Eddie Murphy, they are anomalies.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they're that's like, okay, what? I want to be Michael Jordan. Yeah, okay. Everybody can't be Michael Jordan.
Right.
Everybody can't be Kobe. But
they can play on the Bulls.
Yeah, you can play on the team.
Right.
But but I say that with all due respect.
Yes.
And I mean, to compare, if you tried to compare your career in this business to Michael Jordan, I mean, to Eddie Murphy or Kevin Hart,
yes,
you're going to be disappointed.
Okay.
You're going to be disappointed because there's no real way that you can reach that apex and then go, I'm successful. See, so you have to be careful when you're comparing careers. Okay. And I'll use a basketball analogy. People don't realize Robert Horry, he got 6 rings.
Okay.
Now people might not know who he is. He might not have no basketball shoe, but he got 6. He can do like this. I got 6 rings. So,
Yeah.
how do you find success for yourself? What is success for you as opposed to comparing yourself to the anomalies?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and you have to find some way not to do that, because if you do, it'll drive you crazy.
I feel like reach for the moon, and if you feel at least you're amongst the stars.
I agree.
Like we talked about at the beginning in the commentary, you know,
Well,
how do you define a star?
Yeah, and
Someone
sometimes you reach for them damn stars, you be like, you be up in a room like this with
But look at you now. Look at you guys now. Come on now.
Nah,
Come on.
I just say be careful. Just be careful with the comparison.
Yes.
Because success
Mm-hmm.
is measured. You can't measure success just by you know, you know, how many movies or TV shows and how much money you have.
Okay.
Because if you do that, like I said, you're always going to feel slighted, or that it's never enough.
Yes.
Even when you could be doing some amazing things.
Yeah.
You could have. I mean, people would trade in a heartbeat for what the amount of opportunity and whatever that you've had.
Yes.
If you say to yourself, I'm no good because I'm not them.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
mind
mindset.
fuck.
That's a mind. That's
Yeah.
a mind screw
Yeah.
that'll drive you crazy.
Yeah.
And that's what drives a lot of people crazy out here in LA.
Yes.
And for comics it's tough, and I've seen it's also tough on women.
Yes.
You know, because so many women think, you know, that I'm pretty, I'm talented, I can come out here and, hey, you go in a room, it's 20 of y'all.
Okay. Looking like you.
Yeah, you know, it's 20 of y'all.
Yes.
You know, and I mean, same height, weight, eye color, hair color. You're like, God dang, it's 30 of me?
Yeah.
And you'll be like, damn, that's my twin over here.
Right.
It's like, because that's what happens out here. And so who can't say the line, welcome to, hi, Mr. Jones, nice to see you today. Who can't say
Who
that?
can't say that? Right.
Who can't do that?
Right.
That's acting. You know, you got 5 lines on a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who was the best?
Right.
So now you go home with that. You know, you done that for the 25th time this month.
But it sounds like you know that's gonna be in my head all the time.
What's wrong with me? Ain't shit wrong with you.
That right there is gonna be in my head.
Talented as hell.
You know, but what it sounds like you guys got into the business of the entertainment industry. It sounds like you guys started to develop a business mind, another way to do it instead of just, you know, playing on the circuit. It sounds like you guys decided to, hey, let's start writing. Let's start doing something that puts us in the business. So that's why I asked, what's the goal when you first come out? What would be the goal as a comedian? It sounds like you guys took what you had and you assessed it. You came out, you saw what was going on.
I think that's. And I'm sorry, Doug. I'm running my mouth, man. Excuse me.
No, go ahead, man. I'm enjoying it.
I think one of the most interesting things about comedy is it provides opportunities to do other things.
Yes.
So as a comic,
Mm-hmm.
you can sometimes get opportunities to act, to do stand up,
Right.
to do voiceovers,
Right.
you have a lot of different avenues where you can direct your energy and create opportunities for yourself.
Yes. Yes.
You have to learn how to circumvent the business
Mm-hmm.
of this thing, because Doug and I can both tell you how many times where misunderstanding or not being up on the business
Mm-hmm.
will put you in a situation where you're like, okay, I missed it.
I missed it.
I missed it. I
But not
screwed
again.
up. I did something wrong, and
Yeah.
it's not that.
Yeah.
It's just you got to understand
the
that.
business.
You got to understand the business.
That's right.
Because we've both had business opportunities that went sour.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because we weren't up on
Lack
the
of knowledge,
business.
lack of understanding. Yeah.
Right.
And Doug, when did that light go on for you? There had to be a point in your life where you hit a groove where you were just able to kind of sell and ride it. And it sounds like it would have been an understanding, like a light went on for you as it regards the business of the entertainment industry. When would you say that happened for you?
I think when we put the show together for Stars, the
Okay.
Martin Lawrence Presents the First Amendment
Yes.
stand-up show. That was a 5-year run that with some other people. I don't want to take all the credit
Yes.
for it, but I put together a team and we went out and we raised the money for it and we got it on the air, and we call it in the business from cradle to the grave.
Mm.
So we saw that show from its inception all the way to its last season. So during that time, I learned a lot. And like Buddy said, a lot of the stuff for us in this industry, you learn it on the fly. We're not born into a family that has been doing this, or at least I wasn't.
Yeah.
Born into a family who has a history with this. And like I said, we all kind of migrated out here to get involved with this. So, you learn as you go. It's kind of like with stand-up. Nobody taught us how to do it. We just got on stage and we, took the bumps and the bruises as they came and we made adjustments. So, yeah, I think with that show, though, because I had to wear so many hats during that show. I was the creator, I was the producer, I was the host. So I think that was a coming of age.
You had to book comics. You had to do a whole bunch of stuff because you got to call friends and you got to call out things.
Yeah.
But going back to your question, the original question was about success.
Yes.
The goal.
Yeah.
And for me, it's funny how the goal changed.
Yes.
But my goal was to be, and I wrote this down.
Okay.
I want to be a successful comedian. And I didn't know what that was.
Yeah.
So the only comparison I had at the time was Eddie Murphy, was Richard Pryor, was Bill Cosby. You want to be like Bill Cosby. I mean, aside from the issues that he had, Bill Cosby had the kind of career that you want to emulate in a sense that he had shows and comedy going for almost 40, 50 years.
Wow.
40 years he was in the game.
He was in the game.
From doing stand-up all the way up to the last Bill Cosby show, to hosting Johnny Carson, to doing stuff. I mean, Bill Cosby had the kind of career that you go, damn, how much is he worth? How much is he doing? I mean, so like I said, trying to emulate the anomalies is tough, but you try to pick out things that they've done and say, if I can take pieces of what they've done and make this my own, then I'll be successful. And that's my goal. So like my goal when I first came out here, and I said this to myself, I had small goals. I wanted to be I wanted my own TV show. I wanted to be in a movie. Like I wanted to, there were small, successful kind of, things. And then you say, then the goal changes when you've done this for a while and you go, listen, I want to have a sustainable career where I keep working. Where each opportunity leads to another opportunity to put me in the to keep me in the game working, and that's the thing, is to be able to, for me, that's the goal now, even at this very moment, is to have the opportunities give me and present me more opportunity so that I can continue to work and not have gaps in my employment and my money and my and to not be down for long periods of time and people forget, okay, who is he? What's this guy doing? You want to be and that's why the internet and all these other things, like I'm trying to get with some of these kids on the internet, like, hey, help me figure this out.
Right.
Because y'all are making money off this thing. They're doing it. So I'm always on somebody's janky pod whatever internet.
Yeah, let's do it.
You'll see me on some stuff like, what, buddy, why you doing that? Hey man, he got 1 million followers.
Okay, that's.
I'm trying to be Uncle Buddy.
You okay? And I'm glad you said that, because a lot of comedians they get upset with the newer generation of comedians that's on your Instagrams and your TikToks and your YouTubes. They're like, oh, they didn't put in the work, they didn't do it right.
Yeah.
But they're doing what we have, served up to us. Everyone, back in the 60s, back in the 50s, you know what I mean? We didn't. Once we got to the 70s, we didn't do it like they did it in the 50s or the 60s, right? So we all have our turns. So I don't think we should begrudge.
I don't begrudge them. I don't begrudge any of them.
Yeah.
I think I am. I do think that a lot of them get a rude awakening.
Oh yeah.
When they go out. Yeah, they get that. Because I'm gonna tell you, Tiny Lister would have punched all of them in the face. Tiny Lister would have punched a whole bunch of them in the get your ass. Get your ass off the stage.
Stop closing your ass. Stop
Get
it.
your ass. Tiny would you suck. Put the mic in the stand.
Well,
but now I don't begrudge them, but what I do hope is that as they grow on the internet, or as their careers begin to blossom from that internet thing that they do, that if they're going to be stand-up comics, you're going to find out that that's a whole nother genre that you got to put in, because comedy is an art.
Yes.
It's an art form.
Yes.
And it's a job, it's an art form, it's work, it's a career, it's all of that.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing, and it's a sacrifice, if you're not willing to put in the time to massage that, and rub that baby, that, and treat that girl right.
Breastfeed.
Breastfeed, and talk to that
with some
woman.
CBD.
Bring us some breakfast in bed, and pay for some stuff and do all that. You ain't willing to do all that with your comedy career. Then man, let it go. Stay on the internet.
Right.
Because you wasting my time, and you BSing, and you treating this girl wrong.
Right. And they probably making more money on the internet than they probably would make.
Yeah, but
they in their lane.
But but then and it shows, because some of them are horrible comics.
But are we mad at them for being in their lane though? If they stay in that lane, are we mad at that?
Oh no, I'm never mad. You know what? Listen, grab the bag. Get your bag.
Get the bag.
Get your bag. But don't be over here. But see what happens is, they be getting that bag. And then clubs will be like, people were walking out. I'm like, he ain't no comic. He's a YouTuber.
Right.
He ain't got 45 minutes. Look, Doug and I'll tell you, listen, even the great comics, I'm talking about great comics, Chris Rock, Kevin Hart,
yes,
Sinbad,
yes,
Dave Chappelle.
Yes.
When you talk about these guys, and they do a special, Cat, that didn't happen like in a month. You got to remember, before Chris Rock did like the black is something, I can't remember the title. That was 15 years worth of comedy he put on that special. Yeah. So Kevin Hart took he takes a year and a half. He's done like 5 or 6 specials, but that's 20 years worth of material. Okay. And then a year's of work before he does the special.
Okay. So
you're not talking about somebody going, in 3 months I'm gonna do a special.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Right.
No, you're not.
Right.
So a comic is going to put in that time, and see, some of these people think, I got 1 million followers, people like me. They ain't got nothing to do with doing stand up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to put in some time, and you got to put in some work. And the great comics, Dave Chappelle was in clubs all over. He was all over the country doing clubs before he did that first special on Netflix.
Yeah, yeah.
Chris Rock, his last special that he did, I saw him in the clubs working at, he would do 3 or 4 minutes worth of material and leave.
Yeah.
And he did that. He would go in and do 10 minutes.
So the moral of the story is put in work.
Got to put in this work.
And speaking of that,
you're going to get this work.
Speaking of that, we want to celebrate you guys. Buddy
More
Lewis and Doug
celebrations?
Williams. Yes, we're gonna celebrate. We're gonna keep celebrating on here on 2020 Vision. That's what we do here.
Wait, okay, you know what? I like
Huh?
like one of your fine friends gonna jump out of cake or something. That's what we need. We're gonna celebrate.
Well, the equivalent to it. Okay.
Ameerah, you got to. You know what? You need to have some. I know you
What
got
you
some
need?
cute friends.
Huh?
You got some cute friends.
I do.
Yeah. Why don't you have none of them
You
down here
single?
celebrating?
You single?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
I'm a single man.
Good.
Doug the one
I know.
married.
I know a lot of good women looking for a good man. Huh?
Okay.
You
we'll
gonna still
see.
be the good man though? Like that's all I'm
Yeah,
at.
I'm just saying.
Look, see. Look, I don't know.
Look.
You wasn't sure.
I'm not.
All
yeah,
I'm
I'm
saying is
positive.
that you wasn't sure.
I'm like, what do you mean? I'm not sure.
I can lie them up. That's all I'm saying. They probably gonna call in. You sure?
Yeah, okay.
You ready to be a good man, or you just want what you want?
Look,
Some celebration or a good
listen,
man?
You had the right friends.
Okay.
Okay? Don't be having the ones that's single for a reason. You know, because some of them got
The
that.
only reason
they
that
got
they
that
might
one-
be single is that it's more of us than it is of you all.
No. Some of them got that. Some of them got that bullet wound scar.
See,
You know, and some of them got a.
you
got
said
a-
my friends.
Yeah, got
You
that. Got that
You
vampire
said
tooth that's a
my
little long.
friends.
They got that vampire tooth.
Why you talking about them? See, that's why you single. See, you talking about them.
No, I'm just saying if you're gonna introduce a friend,
It's gonna be quality.
okay. That's all I'm saying.
You asked me.
I'm Ameerah.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
I'm just
you know,
saying.
because sometimes you know how it is. You can't do it
I'm
no
not
more.
gonna hate on you.
You okay?
I'm not gonna hate on you. I know what you're trying to say.
You know what I'm
not
trying to
gonna
say.
hate on you.
Okay, don't be.
Creme de la creme.
I want you to
darling.
meet my friend Pressure Recious.
See,
And you be like,
you better be quiet. Now you gonna get in
You meet
trouble.
my friend
You gonna get in
Precious? I'll
trouble.
be like,
You gonna get in
wow.
trouble. You better stop.
Ooh, she thick.
You better stop.
Wow, look at her.
This
Go,
was
girl.
just on it.
Look
Okay,
at
you know
you.
what? Without further ado,
your thing,
we like
girl.
to show an homage to the comedians that we love here.
You
and we
want me
wanna
to
show
feed
that,
you?
And we want to
Wow.
show that for you here on 2020 Vision.
Buffet? What? Mastros don't have no buffet, girl. What?
Back. Come get your friend. This why you ain't come to the studio, because you already knew he was gonna get up in here and clown, and you didn't want me.
What do you mean? What does that say? It says hors d'oeuvres. Horty horse.
Come-
What is
Doug.
that?
Oh, Brian, can you show that homage to them before he get me and this whole show in trouble?
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
Where my bitch? Where my bitch? Can't we just say employee?
Oh, girl, I'd be in trouble if I left you now. So I was getting some head. Cut it off right now before I come there and get some head out of all of you.
This shit here, nigga. This shit's cold.
Coach about to start any minute. I hope this don't take long. We're gonna be in and out, counselor. Didn't I tell you stop calling me that I'm not a lawyer?
All rise. The Honorable Judge Karen Jones presiding.
Oh,
Sylvester,
you know her? Man, we used to date back in the day.
we just broke up this morning.
Oh, you gonna tell all my business?
3,500 hours of community service for disrupting my courtroom and another 1,500 hours for stealing my dishwasher.
Your Honor, I'm gonna have to inform the court that I cannot do no community service.
And why not?
Because I'm gonna be in jail for manslaughter. Oh, come on, homie!
Oh, don't worry. They'll earn every hour.
Just got off the phone with Karen. She's sending over 2 community service workers.
5,000 hours?
Yes! We just hit the community service jackpot.
Do the bird dance. Do the bird dance. And
Those little kids need to get off that Ritalin.
From the many faces of J.D. Lawrence comes a comedic journey between 2 friends and their newfound relationships that will breathe some much-needed life into a community center.
Hey, listen, man. But it all worked out.
It did, man.
He said he got a job for you. It's gonna work out.
You hooked me out.
Starring J.D. Lawrence, Terry J. Vaughn, Drew Sidora, Buddy Lewis, Cheryl Lee Ralph, and Clifton Powell. J.D. Lawrence's Community Service.
Ride for your man. That's all I'm saying. Be down for your man, because there's a lot of other stuff out there. You got to protect the home court is what you got to do. Like, you know who really impressed me? I was reading George Lopez. Did you know George Lopez, the comedian, he was dying. Needed a kidney. Wife found out she was a donor, jumped right up. Take mine. Bam, gave him a kidney. I told my wife, I said, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's a ride or die. That's the true definition of a ride or die. Now let's be honest. Let's be honest, ladies. Right now, with the man that you with right now, if you knew he was dying on his last leg and he needed your kidney to survive, how many of you, by a show of hands, would give him your kidney tomorrow? How many of y'all? You can tell a lot of them were lying on that one by the way they raised their hand. Y'all are lying. Half of the time, y'all don't even want to give us a ride to work. You're like, look, you don't have to catch the bus or get your fridge. I'm not going to be taking you to work every day. That's every day I got to take you to work? You'll give me a kidney, but you can't put some gas in the car to take me to work? And I don't know, fellas. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know about accepting a kidney from your woman. It'd be a blessing and a curse at the same time. Be a blessing because it saved your life. But if anything go down, you will never hear the end of it. You will never be able to live it down. Oh! So you thinking about leaving? Well, I tell you what, you can go, but set that kidney on the table. Give me that kidney, set that kidney on the table. You can leave, but I'm gonna need you to set that kidney on the table, player. I'll holler at you later, leave that kidney on the table. You will never hear the end of it. Oh! So you gonna sleep with another woman with my kidney?
Yes. We just wanted to pay a little homage to you guys and thank you guys for your contribution to the arts.
Yeah, I need some more video clips. Me.
Actually, there was more of you. That's what it was you about the other one of him. It was, yeah.
I'm glad y'all didn't get none of my career from the X-rated channel.
Sorry, we had technical difficulties. We had a crash. But yeah, there actually was more. But you know, we want to propose a toast to you guys.
Oh, shoot. Hold on. Can I have some more?
So
I drank mine already.
You drank yours already?
I didn't know we were going to toast.
I don't know how to pour, so you can go.
Oh, let me show you how to pour.
Yeah, I don't.
Doug, you
so
don't have nothing?
Green juice, Doug, whiskey, wine, whatever you.
Really a different type of show.
I mean, you know, we just try to.
Alcohol.
Yeah, we try to make it good for you guys.
Ooh.
And
good stuff too.
Yeah, each month we feature a different bottle of whiskey. And Mr. Cook, tell us all about it. Tell us about this one.
All right, this is Woodford Reserve. It's another Kentucky small batch bourbon. And this one, I haven't gone over this before, but this one actually has a boast about or more than 200 different flavor notes. So if you sip it nice and slow and do the different whiskey tasting procedures, you'll actually get a bunch of different flavor notes throughout. So, but again, another Kentucky straight small batch bourbon.
All right, we'll be sipping on this one all month.
You know what, Ameerah? I am so impressed. What? Because. That's not his real voice. I heard him earlier when he came in. He was all up here. Welcome in, buddy. I just want to say thank you. And it's great to meet you. And you sound like Mickey Mouse. And then all of a sudden, when he's talking about bourbon, yes, the deep aromas, the flavors of all. That ain't sound like Darth Vader, the bourbon man.
I saw you look at him too. You was like,
where that voice come from? He just sipped some bourbon and his voice got deep. Hold on, wait a second. Yeah.
And you done drunk yours before with the toast.
I'm sorry.
Everybody out there in YouTube land, Facebook land, Twitter and Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah. Wait, there it is. There
Doug
it is.
Williams, please
Doug,
toast with us.
Find a glass or something, Doug. A little Dixie cup or something. There you go. Yeah, he got coffee in his.
We like to toast to your career and thank you guys so much for giving us laughter year after year. And it is a pleasure to have you guys here. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Salud.
Salud. Don't put no COVID in my cup.
Yeah. So did you take did you take your first one like a shot? What was that? Because I turned my head for 1 second. Huh?
It's free alcohol. I'm gonna might get another shot.
Well, guys, we have some chatters, right?
Oh, chatters.
Chatters. What are they saying?
What are the chatters?
They're watching on YouTube, they're watching on Twitter, they're watching on Instagram.
They?
And sometimes they like to chime in with us. So on Facebook we had Willie Brown. He said awesome.
With that puppet.
Yeah.
Is it Willie
with the puppet? Yep.
Willie Tyler. What was that dang puppet's name? What was Willie Brown's puppet's name?
Woody?
Woody.
Yes. What up, Willie Brown?
Woody.
Shout out to you and Woody, baby.
Yeah. Always got your hand up a puppet's ass. I'm messing with you. Woody and Willie. You my man, Willie Brown.
And he said, but shout out Buddy Lewis and Doug Williams.
My man.
Yes.
Very funny comic.
Yes. And then Rodney F. Cruz, he was like, good evening, everyone. He was like, he had his black fist up,
Power.
But without further ado, we are here to talk about their new TV series, Leon's Lounge. We want to show you guys a quick trailer from that, and then we're going to get into this thing. How about that?
Let's do it.
Good? Doug, finally, what we here to talk about. So in this segment, you guys, if you would indulge me, I have a few questions about the show, and then we're going to open up the line so the callers can do a Q&A for you guys in regards to the show. Okay, and first of all, can we just talk about the premise of the show? What's it all about?
Go ahead, Doug. You take it.
Buddy asked me to do it. It's called Leon's Lounge. He's Leon. But I hate to do comparisons. But it's in the vein of Cheers. People, I know this generation doesn't remember Cheers.
No, I remember Cheers though.
But it's
everybody
a bar.
knows your name.
Right.
Yeah.
Sing it.
It's a family-owned bar. The son, Buddy's son, Leon LJ, I think Leon Jr.
Okay.
Went off and had a really big-time music career.
Okay.
Like that of I guess you could say Chris Brown. And he put out an album that flopped and didn't do so well. And he has really come home to retool, to take some time off, to find himself again and try to get his creative juices going. And while he's there, Buddy, Leon, puts him to work in Leon's Lounge.
Yeah.
So he comes in and helps his father to run the lounge while he tries to reinvent himself.
Yeah, rebuild his career. And that's kind of like, that's a true, like, that's not just a scenario. That's like that's
that
real
is
life.
what's going on right now. Every college, every kid that was at school had their ass back at home, worrying their parents like, okay, but you can do some work around here,
right?
I think the show has some very, very talented people.
Yes.
Adrian, Marcel,
Yes.
Doug, Scroncho, Joe Torre, Mari Morrow, Tangi Ambrose.
Yes.
It's like Doug said, it's a sort of an urban version. It's our urban version of Cheers, and it's just it's an ensemble cast, and we just have some fun. It's just a place where you can come in and the people know each other, and Doug plays Tricks the pastor, and who comes in and gives his cranberry juice. Yeah, but everybody knows
what y'all have in the studio right now.
It's cranberry juice mixed with vodka, and he's in there. But and man, really had a good time shooting the show. We shot in Oakland. Produced by Desmond Gums, and I don't remember the other writers, but I know Desmond is EP, and Miss Lelaine did some work, and there's I'm trying to forget Stephanie, the PA. Stephanie, I think was her name. If I hope I got it right. She'll be mad at me if I forgot, but I'm sure it's Stephanie. We had a real good time shooting.
Okay.
We shot 3 episodes, Doug? They shot 3 episodes, and they're trying to sell them on Black Prime. Hopefully, we'll get some traction. I hope that all of your viewers of this will go and watch and get some Black Prime, watch the show, leave a comment, and perhaps we'll do more.
And so Black Prime is the network, correct?
Right, it's the network.
Tell me a little more about the network Black Prime.
Black Prime is like Netflix and UMC and other. It's a channel that has its own some of its own programming. But they're a lot of urban material. They're purchasing urban material.
Oh, nice.
And so movies and TV shows, and so you can go and download it and watch some of your favorite stuff on the network.
Okay, so it's like an app as well. They can
an app and it's going to be an app and a service. You can do you can do your phone, your computer, and I don't know how many platforms they're on now. How like OWN and some of these. I don't know if it's I don't know exactly how they're positioned, if it's going to be on a direct TV or streaming dash a dish or what platform they're on. But I know there'll be an app that you can download to your phone and watch, or your computer and watch, and if you have a smart TV, you can put one of your apps on the TV and just watch it. Just go ahead and make sure we get more episodes. Look, people, I need you to get on in here, watch this show.
Yes.
Right. Watch this show, and so Buddy Lewis, I'm trying to get some more episodes.
No, we gonna do it. We gonna do it. So there's 3 episodes available now.
I think they're putting them on the network now. There was a discussion a few weeks ago. We were talking, and so I think there's going to be a push to put them on before the new year.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So then, right before the new year, people can start
downloading Prime.
Black Prime.
Yeah, get Black Prime.
I like that. Black Prime, baby.
Black Prime.
Black Prime time.
Yeah,
it's about time.
On the IG handle is at BLK.
Okay.
Prime. BLK Prime.
BLK Prime.
Okay.
They put it as BLK Prime, which stands for Black Prime.
Okay, we'll definitely show that network. Excuse me, and a way to get to it before we get off here.
And it's right underneath my Cash app. Which is,
We're gonna put Buddy Lewis Cash app up there too before we go, just so y'all will know.
If you don't want to load up Black Prime, you can definitely Cash app me.
And it's all the same. It's all going to the same.
It's all going to the same pocket.
So with the cast members, first of all, it looks like you guys are having a ton of fun.
Oh
you know?
man, so
looks
many
like
talented people.
Looks like you guys go way back. So was there a real casting process for this, or is a bunch of friends got together and decided, hey, let's do this, let's make it happen?
I think it was a combination of both. There was sort of a light casting. Joe Torre, who's my old friend, worked with the executive producer. Now, I actually worked with the executive producer Desmond Gums on another project many years ago. We did a movie called Haunted House Party, and written by my boy Leo Lawrence, and directed and written by Leo Lawrence, and we only got like we were supposed to shoot an hour and a half movie, and we only got about 65 minutes worth. Because the house party ended early. And we were in Oakland shooting. Man, it was the funniest thing. The local hoodlums and thugs and nefarious types wanted to know why we were shooting in their neighborhood and they weren't getting paid. Man, it was a mess, but we ended up shooting. I don't think they actually ever finished the whole complete film. But that's how I met Desmond Gums, because I was in that movie, and so he remembered me from that, and I guess Joe Torre, did some limited casting, and said, hey man, listen, Buddy would be good for this, and Doug, and so here we are, and that's the way a lot of projects come to fruition in LA. Sometimes you have to call out favors, and and then when the budget is low, that's when you really call out favors. You're like, hey buddy, I ain't got no money. Come on, do this for me. Come do this for me, buddy. That's my middle name. Come on, do this for me, Lewis.
Hilarious.
Doug, how'd you get the call? Did you get the call? Did you get casted? Was it a friend? How did the call come to you?
Well, I think for the sake of time, they didn't want to go through the normal channels of putting it out in the breakdowns, having people come in. So Joe Torre, Joe is one of the producers on the show, just gave me a call and said, hey, I got this pastor role. I think you'd be good for it. He sent me the script. I looked at it. I liked it. My wife helped me go over it, and that's how it came about. And fortunately, I just, we all kind of just really, when we got there and we did the table, there was just a chemistry.
Yeah, it looks like it.
There was just a chemistry there. And everybody just, and I think because of this pandemic, and, everybody's able, when you're working now, you're able to really focus on what you're doing, because and especially at the time when we started doing this, which is now, you can't really think about anything else. I mean, normally when you work on these sets, a lot of times you have a lot of other stuff going on. Your kids are in school, this is happening, your wife is doing this and that, or what have you. But now, everything is really stopped. So you can narrow in on what you need to focus on. So we all got there. We were happy to be out. We were happy to be doing something during the pandemic, and we just all focused and just had so much fun doing this. It's almost a shame that, we only did 3 episodes, because I see why Buddy's clamoring to keep going, because we have so much fun on this set.
And it's funny, this will be the second project for me that Mari Morrow has played my wife. We worked on we were in the movie House Party 4 together, and she was my significant other. And it's I told Mari, and I know this is going to be part of a harassment suit. But it's time for us.
Be careful, because you know.
I told her, I said,
I care about
Mari,
you,
we can't keep having these married situations that, we don't, consummate this marriage. Her husband's going to kill me. I am going to be arrested.
And you have a license because you're a comedian.
Yeah, I'm a comic. I can say whatever I want to say.
Whatever you want.
You know what?
Especially on 2020 Vision.
Yeah, exactly.
But Doug, you're so humble. Listen to you. You know what you started out your statement with when I asked you the question, how'd you get the call? You
No, what
said
did I say?
you said for the sake of time, and at first I thought you were talking about this show, and I was gonna say take your time, but you were talking about for them in regards to them casting and trying to get it casted fast. Like that's the only reason you got the direct call. No, my brother, stop being all that. The humbleness is cute, but it's not needed. Okay, it's not necessary. I told you this is what stars are made of, period.
Right.
Hollywood alumni, the comedian bros.
Hilarious.
That's who I'm in the presence of. Shine, brother.
Shine your light on me.
I think we got a few behind the scene clips we can show real quick. You guys look like you're having so much fun. I just wanted to show the people what you guys are up to with the BTS behind the scenes. Show that for me, O'Brien, please.
Buddy Lewis out here in the park, walking, thinking. And today, what I'm thinking about is this. To the new incoming administration, that's President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, HU, I just want to say, don't be punk ass, okay? Now, that's what I want to say. Don't be punk ass. Yeah. See, there's this mantra going around right now. Many people are saying, well, the country, 50% of Americans voted for the Republican Party. And now what we need to do is find common ground and work together to make sure that we get past our partisan bickering and find a way to compromise and come together for the betterment of the country. Hey, you know what? This is some BS, okay? All right, don't fall for this. This is a punk-ass trick by the Republican Party. This is what they always do. And that's why I'm saying don't be punk-ass. Because, see, this is that Lucy, Charlie Brown, and the football bullshit that they do. As soon as we go to kick, they pull the football back and they go, ha, gotcha, bitch. Yeah, no, don't fall for this. Don't fall for this. We're going to work together with you. No. They don't do that. And that's kind of what I like about the Republican Party a little bit. They don't give two fucks. They don't care. They will run roughshod. They will trick. They will do whatever they can to say, fuck you. And we got to do the same thing to them. No, seriously.
All right, I'm going to give you all a sneak peek of the set. Got everybody preparing for the set. Can you say hello? Damon. The man Damon, you know Damon over there. Say hello, Damon. Find the camera. Damon right there. We're all getting it in. You got Joe Torre right here, the producer, actor, extraordinary. For the producer, you got Buddy right here. Buddy, say hello. Real quick, man. Say hello.
God damn it, Doug. I'm working.
He's working. They're trying to get the lines together.
No, it's producer. That's not
Producer. He's the one that basically cast the whole thing with Joe, produced behind the scenes. My man here, forgot your name. What's your name again? This brother right here can sing, man. When y'all see this, you're going to hear him singing. He's doing the thing. All right. So as you can see, with social distancing, everybody's got like a distance apart or whatever. So that's what we're doing right now. My scene is up next, so we ready to get this thing done. All right, let me get out of here.
Like I said, looks like fun. Looks like you guys are having fun.
I don't know why y'all played that clip of me on that Instagram. Y'all just thought that was some stuff from the show.
So look, right? You're behind the scenes right now. This is where you're at. You're behind the scenes, and you hear what's going on. So you gonna still put us on blast? Really?
I'm sorry.
Sorry. That's what you do.
I'm sorry.
But I'm sure Buddy wasn't the only person thinking that, because when I saw that, I'm thinking you said behind the scenes of the show.
And then they both put me on blast.
And I'm trying to remember.
And then they both put me on blast.
And it wasn't. It wasn't nearly as funny as I thought it was when I was doing it.
So what happened? What was happening while that was on? What was we doing over here?
I don't know.
You heard, see?
I didn't even see it. I wasn't paying no attention. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna let them produce their thing. Who am I?
So to all the listening audience and Buddy Lewis apparently and Doug Williams that wasn't supposed to be showed.
Oh, okay.
So anyway,
all right.
yeah.
Okay.
Glad you cleaned it up.
Yeah, you clean that up, girl. Ameerah, you clean that up real nice.
I'm just trying to say.
Look, it was okay.
What's up, Doug? What you saying?
I said I still enjoyed it. I watch Buddy on Instagram do those all the time.
my little comedy rants.
It was good, but it wasn't
the connection to the show.
It was out of order.
I was like,
I do have some clips that I shot from. Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
We probably got them.
I don't. Y'all got
We probably got them. You know what?
Y'all are amazing over here.
We probably got them, but you know what? What we gonna do? We got a couple of callers right quick. While the callers are on, we gonna get these other clips together.
Your technological is off the chain right now. I'm impressed.
We have the clips, but you know what? We're gonna take a few callers and then we're gonna get back to the clips.
This ain't no rinky-dink operation. I'm gonna just tell you right now.
But what did you just say though?
On in here.
But what did you just say though?
Hey, every now and then we have technical glitches. There's some glitches. Maybe it's the alcohol.
It's probably the alcohol.
Listen, and it's old,
we gonna blame it on that.
It's old extra throat over there who was. Yeah, Tony was over there practicing doing throat exercises for the next bourbon that y'all gonna sell, and he accidentally clicked the wrong button. Yes.
Now, who is Marvin Sims on Facebook saying, check you out, Rolling Buddy Lewis?
Marvin Sims, man, that's Brother Sims from my fraternity. What's up, Brother Sims? How you doing?
He said, who has time for tasting?
I do. Brother Sims, my man. Thanks for watching, because I know it's way past your bedtime, 68.
Apparently, he likes calling everybody out, buddy. That's your thing.
Yeah, hey, man.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I'm just messing with Brother Sims. He know I'm messing with him. You ain't gonna call in and be
you should call in, Marvin.
Little jabs.
Marvin 646-378-0355 and press 1 so we can to raise your hand so we'll know.
I thought he was calling. Didn't you just say they were calling in?
He's a chatter, so we have people that they won't call in, but they'll chat online and we'll read their chats. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, chatters.
Yeah,
see, y'all
chatters.
got technological stuff going on here. I
we
never
got
knew that's
chatters.
What
We got
chatters.
You know
okay.
What I mean?
Oh snap.
We over here doing it last time. Yeah.
Doing things. Does Henry answer the phone with his deep and masculine?
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
It makes it more professional.
With a little porn voice.
I said professional, not porn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How did you get those two words?
Because he has that deep. Yes, did somebody order pizza? Yeah, baby. You ordered anchovies. Who ordered a beefsteak pizza?
Why you gotta be a beefsteak? Why? You better not answer the phone like that.
Who ordered tube steak?
Stop. What's wrong with you?
That's the music they have on porn.
You know too much about it, buddy.
Yeah, baby. Did somebody order a skin flute?
What's wrong with you?
I brought my bowling balls in a bag.
I should have known better.
Oh
my God.
I'm done. I quit.
No, you still in the game. Who we got online? Reggie Brown. Are you there, Reggie?
Hey.
Hey.
I am. How y'all doing?
We're great. Can you hear?
All right. Hey, thank y'all for taking the call. Hey, I'm loving the show, man. This is great. I appreciate you taking the call. So hey, my question is so when you guys are on the set, how are you guys staying safe, man, in this environment? You know, how are you guys making it happen? And then if you don't mind, my follow-on question is you know, what's stand up? You guys still doing stand up, and what's that like nowadays?
I'll take it, and then Buddy. Okay. We were very very COVID conscientious on the set. As you can see, when I was doing it, I had a mask on. Obviously, we couldn't wear masks when we were shooting, but when we weren't shooting, we had on masks. So, they were following the protocol. In terms of stand-up, nah, man, everything, my whole calendar got wiped out. In fact, I'm freezing right now because I refuse to turn on the heater until it gets down to like about 32 degrees here in the house. So no, I'm not working at all right now. So that was a blessing that show came in. But yeah, it's a different ball game, man. The world is so different right now. So
yeah, we
right.
every set has strict protocols. I had to test 2 or 3 times before we went up there, and then once we got into the building, into the set, we were sort of in a little bubble, just a little. We weren't supposed to go anywhere. Once we got back to the hotel,
took our temperature.
Yeah, they took our temperature when we walked in, and so you were supposed to keep your mask on anytime you were walking around and you weren't working and or eating. And so we were really, really very, very conscientious, and no one that I know of right now from that set got sick. And stand up is it's like you've lost a it's like you've lost a friend right now, because you just can't do what you love. There are a lot of people are doing a lot of comics are trying to do stand up online. There are a few people that have asked me to do it. I haven't participated in a show yet to try and do stand up, like if somebody had a situation like this, where they said, buddy, we need 3 to 5 minutes of stand up online. It's like I'll have a conversation with you and make some jokes, but I don't want to do. I don't feel like my art is being done properly. It's kind of bastardizing what I do.
Yes.
To have me doing stand up. I don't tell jokes.
Right.
I don't. I'm a stand up comic, and so just I can tell some jokes, and I can look at a joke book and just read some jokes, because that's what it feels like.
Yes.
And so I don't want to. I hope that doesn't become the new norm.
Yeah, of course.
And I do know some stand-up comics that are working in clubs. They've social distanced the tables, et cetera, and there are a lot of big comics that are out here working. But clubs are only really open and available to comics that have name draw.
Okay.
And so, and in states where they're like, we don't care if we kill all y'all.
Okay. Like Georgia.
Get COVID, get comedy and COVID at the same time. It's like,
it's like they're not thinking that thing through, because once everybody died, then they can't have.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you're gonna kill the comic and the people, right. And then So I don't know. I know a lot of my friends. I know a few friends that are out here. They're starting to road trip to some places, and because like I know some comics that are working in states that are COVID laxed.
Okay.
If I'll say that.
Yeah.
Texas, Georgia, Florida, North Carolina. I know some people that are working in Ohio.
Yeah.
But like even Dave Chappelle was doing shows, but he had he shut his shows down when one technician got COVID. And
he said that's too close.
He said it's too close, because that weekend, as a matter of fact, one of my good friends, Chris Spencer, had gone out to do the show. He had done shows like all through the summer.
Okay.
And so, but he had like crazy, like you had to be tested
right
before you came in. You had to show your test
right
at the gate.
Right.
And then you had your temperature taken, and then they had tables that were like 6 feet apart, and they did all of this stuff, and someone still got it. And one person in his crew, and he shut the shows down because Dave has a big old farm out, and they were doing stuff, but the way it is now, man, it's just the comedy's sort of on it's this thing as a comic, like Doug was doing ships.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're no cruise ships. You know, Doug, that's a COVID petri dish.
Right.
You might as well just go ahead and just give me that COVID candy bar right now. I'm gonna take 3 of those.
When did you come off the ship, Doug?
March the 16th. I was probably on one of the last few ships to come in, like when this all hit and the ship started going back to port, and when they started, you know, essentially grounding the ships, with not letting them out. I was probably on about the last 2 or 3 that came in, and let me tell you, it was scary out there because, you know, this thing just started spiraling. And I remember we were all on there. We were just panicked, like, you know, please don't let anybody get COVID, because if you recall, there was a cruise ship outside of San Francisco. They got it, and then they had to wait. That cruise ship had to wait out, and then when they finally did come in, they made the people quarantine for 14. So, you know, we were just praying because I didn't want to be separated from my family.
Right. So so you went through quarantine, right?
What do you mean?
When I'm saying when the ship came in and you said you had to go, they had to go through quarantine for like 14 days.
No.
Okay.
A ship that was out.
Okay.
One of the first, some of the first cases were reported
on a cruise ship.
Okay.
On a cruise ship outside of San Francisco.
Okay.
And when that happened,
the Trump administration said, "These are my friends. Let them in."
So how was your transition back to
that shit on everybody
back here? How was that? How was that safe for you? What, you know? I'm missing a part of the story.
So when that thing happened, they called all the cruise ships in. So what I meant by that was we were hoping that nobody displayed the signs on the ship that I was on.
Okay, right.
Because nobody displayed the Simpsons, and when we got back, they just let everybody get off.
Okay.
And you know, the cruise line wanted that anyway. They didn't.
Okay.
Not like they were saying.
So you received a blessing. Okay, that's why I didn't connect for a second. You got the blessing. You was on the ship where there was no cases, or at least no symptoms. Okay, so he got the blessing.
Yeah, he got a blessing.
I get it now. Is our caller still on there? What was the second question? I think we lost the second question.
It was 2 questions he asked. One,
it's about stand up, and he asked about the stand up.
So he got both of them.
We got him in.
And
you say, he asked how it was working, and it's not. There are no clubs in LA open. No stand up, no comedy clubs, but people are doing like weird stuff. Like one of my friends had comedy in the streets, and then some people were doing comedy clubs on rooftops where they had open, you know, people were doing open, these open COVID kind of like one. I went to a club, a club situation where they had, it was an entertainment situation rather, but they had taken over like a parking lot, like in this downtown like parking lot, and they put a stage up and lights, and they were doing a show, you know, outside, and that's the only thing that's really going on. But now, since about a week ago, the governor and the mayor shut all that down. They're like, listen, it's actually, I need to hurry and get on out of here because curfew's on. I'm not trying to get shot because, you know, by the police, because I'm trying to get home. They've kind of shut all that, you know, I mean, restaurants, and I mean, the only thing like the only thing that's really open are restaurants for takeout now, because you can't even, there were some restaurants that had, you know, seating.
Yeah, you sit outside.
Yeah, but now all that's done.
Yeah.
So and it kind of, you know, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but you know, this is
ridiculous.
We can't we can't play the game, man. Like, you know, this is only affects me. You know, hey, listen, man, it ain't really about you. Put your mask on because you know, I don't want to give you some stuff, and I don't know who you know.
Right.
You know, I don't know who you've been kissing. you know, you might be with one of Ameerah's friends that's, you know, not the cute one that's.
There is no teeth. There is no buck. What'd you say?
With a vampire tooth
that
on one side.
No.
Got that one bicuspid that's dangling.
It's not doing. No.
That's a little looked like like she just turned into a vampire on one side.
Have you ever heard beggars can't be choosers? I'm just asking. I'm just asking that. I'm just asking that question.
Yeah, your beggar friends shouldn't be choosy.
All I'm saying is you asked me. Do we have another caller on the line?
I was suggesting.
I
was trying to help them out.
Oh, okay. It's a level up.
Yeah,
it's definitely
a level up.
It'll
Okay.
definitely be a level up.
Okay, we'll see. I'm gonna check your little Facebook page.
Yeah.
You know what?
Instagram,
I was on a couple of dating sites. I just want to tell all the ladies, if you're on a dating site, you know, and you don't put a picture up that got a girl in there cuter than you, because I swear to God, I'm always be like, I'm always half-ass tempted to go, hey, look, who's your friend?
Right.
Forget your monkey face. Who's the girl standing next to you? Tell her, is she dateable?
I just heard about this celebrity dating website. What was it called? I just heard about it yesterday.
Really?
And it's some little secret, like like everybody. So the celebrity that's on the site has to vote you in to enjoy.
Hook me up,
right? And it's only for the who's who.
The who's who. Okay, what it's called? Who's who? Lonely as fuck.
I'm gonna find out the name of it before we get off the show.
LonelyCeleb.com. LonelyCeleb.com. You don't have to be lonely with your celebrity status. You got followers, but no nigga at all. You listening to that Hulk music. You got 1,000, you got 1 million followers, but this is what happens when you open the door. And asking for the cat or the dog that's named after shit you want. Mercedes, come here. Diamond, man. Richard,
man.
Richard, come here and sit in mommy's lap. I know I'm wrong. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Stop. Is there any other Sinister who? Sinister? Can I just say the first?
Yes, good evening.
Sinister, how are you?
Good evening. I'm fine. Good evening. And congratulations to the guest of honor on their new show, Leon's Lounge.
Thank you.
Congratulations, fellas.
Thank you, brother.
You have any questions for our guest?
Yeah, I do. As artists, performing artists, writing artists, whatever kind of artists, we all have a creative process, regardless of what we do, to keep us fresh and in line. What is yours?
Oh,
What question again?
Yeah, I was going to ask, can you repeat that? One of our guests is on Zoom. Can you clarify the question?
What is your process, your creative process as an artist to keep yourself fresh and in tune and relative?
Good question. First of all, Sinister, I'm scared that you're asking these questions with a name like Sinister. I'm just saying. I'm a little afraid. I don't know what you doing over there, Sinister. Okay, but I'm going to tell you my process, because this sounds like something you might take and use, and I don't want this on no police blotter when they doing your analysis, Sinister. Okay, I'm messing with you, man. Listen, how do I? You know what? I think the process for me, man, is simply. I used to have this thing where my goal was to write one joke every day.
Oh wow.
I tried to write one new joke every day. Look at the newspaper. Look at something. Look at. This is just for stand-up, because I think the process is different for acting and different for, when you're doing auditions and things. But I think for just strictly on the stand-up tip, to stay relevant, you have to keep producing material. And I think that's a lot of comics don't write. And so I made it a goal of mine to try and be the kind of person that could write my own material. And I also try to write for other folk, so that I'm constantly trying to create more material for myself. So when the turn comes and we can get back on stage and we can do what we love, I'll have a whole, I have my Babyface, kind of thing, because Babyface, he said that, when he first started, he had already written like 7 albums worth of stuff.
Right.
So he was ready.
Yeah.
And so this is the perfect time now to just start collecting material, because sadly for a lot of comics, man, once you do a special, if you've been working, think about this. If you've been working 15 years and you've never had a comedy special, if you got 15 years worth of material, when you do an hour, that's an hour's, it's the 15 years you took to deliver this hour.
Yes.
That's material's gone. Can't do it anymore.
Okay.
So if you don't have 2 hours worth of material, you got to start over.
Yeah.
It's going to be another 15 years for you to do a special. So you got to have enough material, and you got to keep building the material in these downtimes, in these periods where you don't have a lot. Build your material.
Yes.
So that's my thing. I just try to keep the keep my eye on what's happening and try to write as much material as I can.
Oh, yeah. Doug, you wanna answer that?
Pretty much, Buddy was spot on. Just try to keep, like, I think Buddy really summed it up. Just keep writing, keep observing, and I've just kind of converted now. And, Buddy mentioned it earlier. I'm just trying to plug into this new social media, foray. I'm just trying to get plugged in now. I mean, this social media now has forced guys like me, guys like Buddy, you saw Buddy put out the video. It has forced us to come up to where things are. I mean, we're from the old school, not old, but just old school way of doing things.
Yes.
And now we're being forced now to try to grasp and master these platforms on social media.
Yeah.
And it's hard for us because there's such a lack of creativity that you can have things blow up. I mean, you can do something so silly that, in my humble opinion, requires no talent, and it gets 1 million views. And you can do something like Buddy just did that was thought out and creative, and you got to struggle with something of substance battle somebody lighting a cat's ass on fire.
Yeah. And then there's just some things you're not willing to do, for the fame or for the attention,
Right.
So I
I'm not. I'll do anything.
You'll do it.
No, okay. Matter of fact, I'm leaving here to go sell some. No.
I think I need to send the one with the tooth with you.
I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm joking.
Okay.
Nah, listen, you gotta have some morals and scruples in this business. You gotta have some. I don't say you have to have all, but some. There's some places you shouldn't go. There's some things you walk right up to the line and you go.
See, because you're struggling trying to say what you're saying.
I'm not gonna do that. What'd you say? What'd you say? I gotta do what now? You
can tweak it.
How much? How much? How much you say I'm gonna get for? You gotta be able to pull back when it's really bad. Yeah.
Did Marvin call in? Oh,
so yeah.
Your brother called in.
Marvin called in.
Marvin.
Too late.
Don't nobody want to talk to you, brother Sam.
Yeah. I know you don't want to talk to me.
It's probably past your bed. It's 7:15. You about 20 minutes past your bedtime anyway.
Hey, you know what? You know what? You need to lay off the Woodford, man. You about ready to fall off that chair. I do want to say that
I've been. Hey, you shut up, brother Sam. I've been mixing it with water.
I've been enjoying the show.
Right.
Ameerah, I want you to know that you are looking fly tonight, girl.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
What about me, brother Sam? Not that I want your little compliment, but
Hey,
and turn your radio down.
I did have one.
have one request. I'm sure it's not going to happen tonight, but I wanted to have Ameerah to really bust a song for us because she's sounding so good tonight. And oh, my bad.
Why you going a 15-minute delay? That's what's wrong with you with your ancient ass radio just catching up right now. I can hear your old ass radio catching up right now. What time zone are you in?
Look, we can hear it too.
Yeah, we can hear your old ass radio.
Put your computer on mute.
I have to be careful what I say because you guys might blurp it out.
Just put your computer on mute.
Yeah, put your computer on mute. Sort of like your throat. Put that on mute too.
Okay.
If you put it on mute, then it did. Okay, wonderful.
Finally.
I think it's on mute now.
Thank you, for God's sake, man.
Oh God.
Ugh.
So you didn't call with a question for our guest.
You like a dude like your grandfather with the VCR right now, Brother Sims. Turn your radio down.
Can I talk, Brother Sims? You gotta stay in, the floor of what we're doing. You can call. We're trying to take questions. Request her to sing a song.
Looked a lot like the Cosby Show.
What'd you say?
Was there an effort with that dancing and all those moves? Was there an effort by the director to kind of mimic that Cosby Show introduction with all of the dance moves?
That's a good one.
I mean, I enjoyed all the dance moves except the ones for Buddy because he can't dance.
See, this is Brother Sims. You know what? I'm gonna get my.
Don't play with me, boy.
You ready?
Get my deep
Hey,
throat.
Doug, I love you, man. I love you, Doug.
Oh, thank you, man. As my alarm goes off in my car.
It's probably Brother Sims' radio that did it.
Hilarious.
oh, FM, AM ass radio, you got to know. Ham radio, you got in there, Brother Sims.
No, turn.
Hilarious.
So, I'm enjoying the show.
To answer his question, I don't know. I think that this is my own personal opinion about things, but I think, he had us there. There was a green screen, and I think that was the most feasible, economical thing to do to, move things along. I don't know if he was mimicking the Cosby Show or if he was, that was on his mind. I'm just my sentiments. I think that was just the easiest path to get what he needed. Now, Buddy might have a different take on it, but that's what I think.
It's none of your business what he was thinking, Brother Sims. That's what,
Doug, you have the most humble, diplomatic answers ever.
Brother Sims, mind your damn business.
They're
you come
humble,
here
they're
asking
diplomatic.
questions that you want the answers. We didn't got time for your little question and answer period, Brother Sims. What we mimicking something. Whatever. Yes, we stole it from Bill Cosby. What are you gonna do? Huh?
Oh,
What's Bill gonna do?
Stop right now.
What are you gonna do?
Now.
Hold on. It's a collect call from Bill Cosby. Mad because y'all doing it. I'm sorry, Brother Sims. I'm sorry. I'm being silly, man. Come on, man. That's why they brought me here, baby.
Love you, man.
I love you back, Brother Sims. Hey, listen. Hey, man, listen. Hey, listen. You know what? You can drink one of these and go to sleep. I know it's close to bedtime.
HENNESSY, baby. I ain't mad at you.
Love you, Brother Sims.
Yeah, thank you, Marvin.
Man, listen, Brother Sims is one of the great men of Omega, and in our chapter, he's the elder statesman in our chapter. And as a matter of fact, he was very influential this year in putting together our program, our Achievement Week
Okay.
program. He was the chairman, and he did a phenomenal job. A young lady won a scholarship.
Oh, wow.
And so yeah, we're really it's always good to be in the presence of greatness, and Brother Sims is one of those great old school brothers, man. So
Thank
I
you,
was
Brother
teasing him
Sims.
a lot, and he is ready to go to Omega sleep right now, because he's probably I mean, he pledged with the founders.
Oh,
So
wow. He played with Jesus in them.
yeah, his Omega Sci-Fi is really it was him, Jesus,
disciples.
I love you, Brother Sims.
So we want to get speaking of that, we want to get a mega comedian roll call, a mega sci-fi comedian roll call.
Okay.
Go ahead. I want y'all to call them out.
Let's see. Joe Torre.
Joe Torre.
Mike. What's Mike?
Mike Epps?
No. Mike. Mike B. Mike B.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who else. Schuler King.
Okay.
D.L. Hughley.
D.L. Hughley.
Yeah.
Anthony Anderson.
Let's see who else.
Steve Harvey.
Ricky Smiley. What's man in Alabama? Had to fight on stage. Steve Brown. Let's see who else. Leonard Robinson. Who's on? He's improv specialist. Leonard Robinson. I'm trying to think who else.
That's my mate.
I'm missing some.
Another comedian out of the South, out of one of the Carolinas, Nick Lewis.
Spice Adams is a Q.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm trying to think who else.
There's a lot of y'all.
Howie Bell.
Danny Green.
Danny Green. Yeah, Howie Bell, man, that dude's so funny. Danny Green. Yeah. Shoot. Did we get them all?
How did it breed?
Did we get them all?
How did the Megas breed so many comedians? What is that about? What is that?
The bros is silly.
Where's your call sign? Can I hear it? Can I?
Cute sign. I think I missed.
Real quick, one of the great things about this fraternity, and I feel like about this fraternity. If you ever saw the movie Full Metal Jacket,
yeah.
Remember what the guy said? There are many other rifles, but this one is mine. He went on that whole thing. That's how I feel about this fraternity. There are many other fraternities, but this one is the one that I belong to.
Yes.
And the thing I like about this fraternity, it encompasses everything. You have old scholars to just the average, everyday bruh, like Buddy said, that's just out to have a good time.
Yeah.
So
did we say Steve Harvey? We did say Steve Harvey, didn't we? Okay. All right. Just making sure.
Rashawn McDonald.
Rashawn McDonald's a comic. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a lot of Qs, man. Oh, Bill Cosby's a Q.
Yeah.
My frat brother, Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
So I think, for me, it's one of those things. We have these sayings, many are called, few are chosen.
Yes.
And so, with the Qs, I think, I think it's kind of the nature, there are a lot of Omegas have a comical nature, man. Yeah. It's just something. It's something in the blood. Now there are comics of all the Divine Nine, across the Divine Nine. There are comedians who are in other fraternities and sororities, but the Qs just happen to have the best ones. So just
it's a lot of y'all.
I don't know.
No doubt.
Shout
Shout out to the Qs, baby. I've really, really enjoyed my time with you guys. It's coming down. Yeah, it's coming down to those last few moments.
I don't want to leave. Pour me some more.
Well, I would like it if you guys can do a few things for me. Number one, tell me what's up next. I know we're promoting Leon's Lounge, but I know you guys are both still working.
Right.
So whatever is coming up next for you all.
Douglas, tell him, man, you busy, because Doug always got him. Doug is the funny. Doug quietly. He's always coming to me going, buddy, I got this project I'm about to sell. I'm like, what? Doug always got something going. So Doug get his hustle on. Go ahead, Doug.
Run a production company, and we have a few projects that we're trying to shop, hoping they see some daylight by the grace of God. So,
Yes.
you know, just as the earlier guest alluded to, we have all of this time now to really think and try to push ideas that were just sitting in the back, and you know, you bring them out now because you have all this time to bring them to fruition.
Right.
So yeah, my wife and I just, you know, hustling, trying to get something going. The same, I'm sure with Buddy, you know, that is reciprocated because Buddy is always doing something. He has a Rolodex in his town. He's well liked, well received, and well respected.
That's right.
So, you know, that's what I'm.
We could do a show, like a 2-hour show on each one of you guys individually. So trying to pack it all in in the 2 hours, there's so much information, so many things we wanted to show and so many things we wanted to talk about. But just the fact that you guys would spend this time with us, we definitely appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. What would you like to leave the people with, Doug, before you get off
Just
here?
go to my website, dougwilliams.net, dougwilliams.net, and that'll connect you to all of my social media. And then from there, you can see, because we always post what we're doing, what we have coming up. So dougwilliams.net. On Instagram, it's Mr. Douglas Williams. So yeah, and follow me. I'm just trying, like I said, I'm trying my best to plug into this new whole YouTube, Instagram, this new generation. I'm trying my best to plug in. So please follow me on those platforms and help me build them so I can get out, like you said, to start making money from all these followers.
Yes. We're going to show your website really quick so that people can see.
Yeah, Douglas.
Where's it up there? Is it up there? Okay. Uh-oh, no, that's not
that's
it.
his all his little emails.
Okay,
Wait
there we go.
Let me get no screenshot of hornygoat.com. We don't want to see that, O'Brien. We don't want to see that, man.
Are we able to scroll through it or no?
There it is. That's it. dougwilliams.net right there.
Yeah. Okay. And then, do we have his Wikipedia? Show some of his accolades, please. We don't have his Wikipedia pulled up.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. There we go.
There you go. All about
the website.
Yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful. You guys,
I love it.
Go visit. Definitely.
Go visit Douglas.
DougWilliams.net.
Yeah. Then come on over to Buddy Lewis Instagram.
Okay.
Buddy Lewis Jokes.
Now, Buddy.
Yeah.
Tell me what you got coming up next.
You know what? If things don't get better, I am going to be on hornyomega.com on Triple X. No, and somebody, I told somebody, I said, you know what? I can do, you know, I said my goal was never to do anything that was going to embarrass my mother when I came out here, but she's got Alzheimer's now. So, in a little onset dementia, so she won't remember what I've done. So I can do anything. I can go do anything. No.
Stop.
Right now,
Is your mama listening?
I hope not. But she won't remember 20 minutes later anyway. Anyway, so I know I'm gonna get in trouble for that at Thanksgiving, at Christmas. I mean, listen. What am I doing?
Okay.
Buddy Lewis has a couple projects.
Yes, he does.
You know, this is when you speak in third person when you bout some. Buddy Lewis. No, I have a show. I'm a reoccurring regular on the show Family Business. Yes. I have a reoccurring role. We got an episodes were canceled because of COVID, so I didn't get to do. I play Wendell, the Chicken Shack owner, and then I just did six episodes of a new sitcom called Millennials, where again I play it's a running thing here. I own a bar.
And I asked you earlier, did you drink? You like
a little bit. And then I'm waiting to shoot a movie. I got cast in a movie that's a spoof, a satire spoof of the Tyler Perry movies. We're doing a little spoof that my friend Johnny Mack wrote. It's really a funny idea. Imagine, Airplane, but we're doing, we're sort of mocking the Tyler Perry's film, so it's gonna be really, really fun.
What's that called again?
I think it's called I can't remember the exact title because they haven't shot it yet. We didn't start shooting, but I do have a role in a new movie with Michael Jai White called The Outlaw Johnny Black, which should be out on UMC sometime soon.
Okay.
So I got a few things in the mix, and I'm staying busy. But my Cash App is no, I'm kidding.
What about this Pandemically Single? What's that?
Oh, Pandemically Single is a show that I did with Rashawn Farrar. It was a show that was about guys and women dating online, and so we were talking about our experiences, but we did it online.
Okay.
So it was like an online show about being online dating. So it was really cool. And I do a little writing for my good friend Kim Whitley, and I do some writing for my boy DL, my frat brother. And I'm staying as busy as I can. I got a few projects in the mix. And one of my best friends, Chris Spencer, always that talk about a nigga that's working. He always will kick me down and find me some work. So I keep telling him, man, listen, I need you to hurry up and get a job so we can work.
I mean, you've written on so many. There, written for Jamie Foxx. I mean, The Real Husbands of Hollywood.
Yes,
you've been writing. This is
I write, and it's fun for me. Some people get satisfaction from being on stage. Like I said earlier, you have to find ways to satisfy your success need any way you can. And so if I get it writing or standing in front of a camera or coming in here, thank God you brought me in here. I so appreciate it. I get my opportunity to present myself and do a little comedy, kind of just keep the juices flowing. You can find me on Buddy Lewis Jokes on Instagram, Comedian Buddy Lewis on Facebook, Rolling Buddy Lewis on Facebook, but it's Buddy Lewis Jokes. I'm trying to fix my little pages and everything together, but
we got you.
You know what? I'm at 10K.
Yes,
that's
the golden number.
That's the golden number. But they didn't get me. I didn't get my little
blue check.
They didn't get my blue check.
You know what? Holler at me about it. I'll tell you about
that.
It's a whole different. It's not. You know what I mean? It's not everything. They try to act like, oh, it's just this, that, and that.
Yeah, I gotta do some things because I want to get my check. That's a funny one. Look at this. See, Nate Robinson. What happened in the ring? Hey, that episode I was on.
You was on that episode of Martin?
Yes.
You wrote on that show too.
No, I didn't write on Martin, but I was on that episode of Martin where he got beat up by. As a matter of fact, that is the first sitcom I was ever on in Hollywood. Martin put me on because we were, I saved his life back in the day. I'm kidding.
But that's not too shabby. That was your first.
And I still remember my line.
What?
Hey man, I've never seen anyone get beat down like that in a charity event. That was my line.
That was your.
I still remember my first line on TV. Martin
did that.
Martin Lawrence gave me my first shot on the sitcom. Arsenio Hall gave me my first shot to be seen on TV. Period.
Wow.
He came up to the Comedy Store and he was trying to put people on the show. He was going to talk to the comics. What's it like being an upstart comic? And so the Comedy Store put all these people. It wasn't organic. They were going to force feed all these people on Arsenio, and Arsenio was like, I don't want to talk to none of them. Who didn't get on stage? Who didn't get on the showcase? And I was like, me? And he was like, come talk to me. And I did this bit that I used to talk about how wedding singers are gonna start rapping now, and it was a rapper at a wedding, and I did this, I had the big finish was, that was the big finish, and he used that clip of me telling my joke. He would have other comments, and he'd come back to me, and it looked like I was doing this joke for 30 minutes. So, but but it was dope, and I told all my friends I was on the Arsenio Hall show, and this is the funny thing. And I'm sorry I'm running on.
No worries.
But when Martin introduced me on Def Jam, he kind of dogged me out. Because he goes, yeah, this next comic was on Arsenio Hall, but I'll let him tell it. Like I wasn't really on. It was funny as hell. I was like, dang,
kind of like what you did to me earlier.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, kind of. He kind of threw me under the bus, but it was funny because I had a good set on Def Jam, but it was like he didn't believe I had been on Arsenio Hall, but I had. But it was like, but it wasn't like I was sitting. On Arsenio Hall. Yeah, it's like when you pad your resume, you say you were in a movie, but you was an extra.
But he showed your joke over and again.
Yeah, but I was on the show per se, and people who saw it back at home thought I had made it.
See, that's all it takes.
That's all it took. They're like, buddy, on Arsenio! Ah! I got calls and everything. My mother was so happy and proud. And then I did Def Jam and cussed out the audience, and my pastor was like, I don't know what this is.
You cussed out the audience.
Oh man, I use so many curse words.
But you cussed them out.
Russell Simmons tricked me. Okay. Yeah, he came back there. Listen, man, you better go out there and be hard. You better say the hardest thing. Russell. I'm sorry. Let me do it right. Yes, man. You gotta go out there. You gotta make them. You gotta laugh. You better be hard. This crowd is hard. You gotta get out there. And so I just added cuss words where they wasn't even necessary. I was like, "What up, motherfuckers?" I did, but
and they loved it.
I loved it. So I guess.
Wait, Ray Robb said today is the 20-year anniversary of the Fabric of a Man tour.
What?
Yes.
Is that? Oh my God!
And he's actually on the line. He wants to talk.
Who is this?
Ray Robb. My
gosh!
Yeah. Let's take this one last caller. We're running out of time, but we're gonna take this one. Ray Robb.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, you want to say something?
Can you hear me? Hello, Ameerah. What's going on, Brother Doug? Buddy Lewis. So crazy, man. Like, literally, today marks the 20th year.
Yeah.
The Fabric of a Man. Actually, we took a break.
Yeah.
And then we left right after Christmas to go to Richmond.
Richmond.
To start the tour. So I just wanted to say what's up. And I know you guys are pressed for time, so I just wanted to say hello, man. It's good to reunite.
What's up, man? Long time. That was
man.
Wow. 2000. Listen.
Yeah, man.
That was 2000. We like 1999, 2000. We went out.
Okay.
And it was 2000, and we were out on the road. And I remember our first show was in Richmond. Yeah, Richmond, Virginia. Fabric of a Man. Me, Shamar Moore, Clifton Powell. It was great. Cheryl Pepsi Riley.
Cheryl Pepsi.
Yeah, it was great, man. That was. Hey, man, we had some fun out on that. We had some fun. Well, we had some fun out there.
I have an album full of pictures, and I'm putting it together so I can send it off to everybody. So
let me know. I got some more pictures for you. Let me know. I got some more pictures for you.
Yeah, and we have everybody. I checked on everybody, but we lost. Do you know we lost Ginger?
Yeah, I remember Ginger passed away last year. Yeah, Ginger passed. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Chuck Weston. David Talbot ain't called me. David Talbot ain't called my ass since we did The Fabric of a Man. He got about 50 movies out and they never called me yet. We gonna have to have. Yeah, when you send him his book, let me put a picture in there for David. I'm gonna send you a picture. It's like, Dave, you're number one. We're not giving me another job. Rob, good to hear from you, man.
Thank you, Ameerah, so much.
No worries. Thank you for calling in.
My man, be good, man. Stay healthy.
Yeah, we love all that history here. Thank you, Ray. Alrighty. Well, that was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, man. That was 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Almost to the day. Because we went out right after Christmas. I had Christmas dinner, and we went out on the 26th or 27th. We were in Richmond.
Yeah. So what would you like to leave the people with? What would your last word?
My Cash App.
Say the damn Cash App. Say it, buddy. Say what your Cash App. No, say it.
$ Buddy Lewis Jr. Cash App RB Lewis Jr. 14.
Y'all hear that? Send this man some bread.
Yeah,
he done did a whole 2 hours. He did beyond 45 minutes.
Hey, listen.
He done did a whole 2 hours, y'all. Y'all should have been paying for this.
That was so trifling of me.
What?
Keep bringing up my Cash App. I'm sorry. It was rude.
You meant it.
But I meant it.
We dealing truth here.
Listen, we dealing truth. and I just want to say, it's Christmas. And, yes, you can't. I feel your love through Cash App. Have a Merry Christmas through Cash App.
Well, you guys, we have finally came down to those last few minutes. I have really enjoyed my guest today. This has been a pleasure. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Doug, for spending this time with us on
Love
Zoom.
you, Doug.
Tell your wife all is well. We kept you safe. We got it done. Tell her thank you. As well as you, Buddy Lewis. Thank you so much for coming in.
You know what? I had a ball. Henry, I just want to say thank you, brother. O'Brien, behind the scenes, it was a pleasure. Listen, please, one day when I do something else, have me back. I enjoy myself. Your listeners are great. I just want to tell you, please go and help me get my numbers up. And if you feel so inclined, my Cash App again is
your handles. Tell me your handles again.
Buddy Lewis Jokes on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you.
All right.
And Twitter.
All right. Well, you guys, my name is Ameerah the Songstress, and the moral of the story is, as it always is, love, life, and light. We heard Buddy and Doug talk about perseverance. We heard them talking about making a plan and sticking to it, staying true to who you are, writing, staying steadfast, creating like your life depends on it, because it does. Again, my name is Ameerah the Songstress, and you can find me on YouTube at Ameerah the Songstress, IG at Ameerah the Songstress, Facebook at Ameerah the Songstress, and Spotify, iTunes, or Tidal, wherever you want to listen. And remember, stay focused.
No regret, no regret, no regret.
Let me fix my crown, baby. Like dominoes, yeah, it's going down. My feet off the ground, elevated. You feel my soul when you hear my sound. And I don't know why you're like a red light that don't ever change. And you should know why I'm merging to the other lane. I'm getting close, I'm up next, no regrets. Making hits is a reflex. I'm getting close, don't take a second to second guess. Riding high so you know I'm late. Oh yeah, I'm getting close, I'm up next, no regrets. Making hits is a reflex. I'm getting close, don't take a second to second guess. Riding high so you know I'm late.
No regret, no regret, no regret.
Oh, I'm so tapped in, baby. Yeah, I'm turned on and tuned into that frequency. Bring love and light and healing in my energy. Hear a major difference in these minor melodies. And I don't know why you're familiar faces in strange places. They don't ever change. You should know why I'm merging to the other lane. I'm getting close, I'm up next, no regrets. Making hits is a reflex. Oh yeah, I'm getting close, don't take a second to second guess. Riding high so you know I'm late. Oh yeah, I'm getting close, I'm up next, no regrets. Making hits is a reflex. I'm getting close, don't take a second to second guess. Riding high so you know I'm late. I came with the keys to the industry. I came with the keys to the industry. I came with the keys to the industry.
Oh yeah,
I'm built for this. Came with the keys to the industry. I came with the keys to the industry. I came with the keys to the industry.
oh yeah.
I'm getting close, Making hits is a reflex. I'm getting close. Don't take a second to second guess. Riding high so you know I'm blessed. I'm getting close. I'm up next, no regrets. Making hits is a reflex. I'm getting close. Don't take a second to second guess. Riding high so you know I'm blessed.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.